Would you rather? I'm going to give you guys two different scenarios, and you guys tell me what you would rather have. Some of these are from a fan's perspective. If you were a player, I have 5 of these, so just tell me what you guys would rather pick for this scenario, for each scenario. So first, would you rather? I'll start with you, Joey.
Okay, yeah.
This is one thing that I think about a lot, and I think is an interesting conversation for former players. Would you, as a player, have had the career of Carmelo Anthony or Robert Horry? Would you rather be the player that wins 7 rings and is a good role player, Big Shot Bob, or an all-star that never had postseason success? Besides,
okay, well, you're saying Big Shot Bob because he's a Rockets legend, but I would also argue that Melo is too. But no, I'm taking Melo.
7 rings? 7 rings?
It's tough, man. I don't know what I would take.
You get to walk around saying you have more finals championships than Michael Jordan.
With game winners hit in those finals.
Yeah, no, Big Shot Bob. Love Big Shot Bob. What a legend. I would rather have Melo's career. Are you kidding? First off, he's in the wine crew. He's in the banana boat crew. So shout out to him. Legend for college, because I'm gonna even conclude college. He won a college championship with Syracuse. I know the NBA Finals is great and all, but he's an Olympic time winner. He's an Olympic gold medalist. He is a college national champion. He is a for sure Hall of Famer, one of the best scorers of all time. I'm taking Melo, but again, I grew up in the time where Melo on the Nuggets was literally one of my favorite players. Like him on the Nuggets, LeBron on the Cavs, Bosh on the Raptors, Wade on the Heat. That draft class, that was when I first started paying attention to basketball and really fell in love with it. So I'll even say I'm biased, but since it's would you rather and it's personal preference,
yeah.
I'm choosing Melo.
Okay, and Jackson, you're going with Robert Horry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, to have a career defined by 7 championships and hitting clutch shot after clutch shot after clutch shot, that's not a bad career either. You can't go wrong with this decision.
Yeah, I think I might have to go Robert Horry too. I don't know, because honestly, after the season where the Knicks were the 2 seed back in 2013 and he was up for MVP, it was really rough there afterwards in New York, and he kind of bounced around a bunch of places. So, but you're right. If you're taking his Denver career and his first few years with the Knicks, unbelievable. It's hard to have a better career with that.
Yeah, that's my thing.
I think I'll go with Robert Horry too. I wish Nick was here because I'm wondering what he would go with as well on this.
I would probably say Nick would probably also go Big Shot Bob, but Nick's also closer to me in age as well. So me and him grew up watching Melo as well. So
Carmelo Anthony also isn't even the best number 15 in Nuggets history.
No, he's not.
He's not even going to get his number retired for the team he's most known for. Now, Robert Horry didn't either.
It's unfortunate, but you know what I will say? Melo will get his number retired, number 7 in New York.
He will.
Unless Jalen Brunson wants it, no.
He's number 11.
He might change it to number 7.
No, he's not. The number. Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my. Okay, well that's a good one to start off with. Next.
No, that is a good one.
We'll go with one current one. Would you rather be the GM for the Oklahoma City Thunder or the San Antonio Spurs for the next 10 seasons?
Oh. As much as I would love
for the next 10 seasons, Thunder or Spurs?
To go with
Spurs.
Wemby, and would love to. Well, first off, the Spurs are my second favorite team behind the Cavs.
Well, you said that about the Magic.
No, in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, okay.
But overall in the NBA, the the Spurs are my second favorite team.
I mean,
But
the Spurs are actually gonna have to make good moves. Like, you get to build around Wemby. Like, I feel like the team is already kind of built around Shea.
yeah, but you also have so many draft picks over the next how many years, so you can
All right.
just continuously keep building and
So
keep
what would you
getting
do?
better.
What would you do with those picks?
I don't know. You know what I would do? I would trade down or use one of those picks to draft Bronny James and then have LeBron come so I can bring in all those ticket sales as well.
Because the Spurs are most likely going to have 3 picks in the lottery this year.
However, I also Greg Popovich is my favorite coach of all time, and if I'm the GM over the next 10 years,
What favorites do you have?
Favorite team in the West, second favorite team, Popovich's favorite coach. I feel like that actually falls in line with each other. But
No.
if I'm the GM of the Spurs for the next 10 years, I'm going to have to fire Greg Popovich or have him let go and try to find a replacement. And I don't want to do that.
No, he's going to be there for most of Wemby's career.
Popovich?
He probably will.
He's got, 6 years left on his deal? 5?
He signed a full-length contract. Well, okay, I won't say most of Wemby's career, but for this
10 years.
For this 10-year span, you're going to have Pop for at least half of it. Most likely.
You think Greg Popovich is going to be coaching until he's 85?
Yes.
He has 5 more years left on his deal.
He'll coach till the end of his contract.
I think.
Joey, he has 5 more years left on his deal.
Why would he stop?
I don't know.
Like, what would be the point of leaving it? Why wouldn't he have left like 2 years ago?
Well, first off, you never know with health concerns, and the older you get, the more health concerns can become more serious.
Well, yeah. Of course, we're saying health. Okay, get rid of any health that may stop him from being able to coach.
If he's in perfect health, no, he's going to coach. Of course, he's going to coach until the end of his contract. But he is 75 years old. I have major health concerns, and I'm 26.
Okay, so Jackson and I were saying if he coaches till the end of his contract, it'll be through year 80. So I think that's realistic.
That's 5 more years. Okay, then the next 5 years I have to find a replacement. And again,
that's fine. You take one of his assistants.
That's true. I could get Tim Duncan, but what if he's not a good coach and I have to make the hard decision?
Well, he's not an assistant.
That's too much responsibility. As the GM for the Thunder, I can just cruise. I'm on cruise control for the Thunder, and I'm going to be competing because Shea's a beast.
I'll probably go Thunder too. Jackson, what's your final verdict?
Spurs. It's going to be. I mean, if I'm the Spurs, I'm immediately working out a deal for Trey, and then kind of just letting everything happen there.
That's probably what I would do too. But you're right though, Jackson. The Spurs are definitely looking up.
Again, another good question, because that's a tough one for me as well.
decent lottery picks for the Spurs. Now they'll probably end up with probably 2. The Hornets one is lottery protected, so they're not going to get that pick. The Raptors one is protected 1 through 6. So if the
probably
Raptors
get that.
They probably will get that unless the Raptors jump up in the draft, and then obviously they have their own picks. So, but they're definitely looking good. And next season they have the Bulls top 10 protected, their own, and the Hawks. So I mean, both of these teams have the draft picks. Of course, the Thunder future draft picks is definitely like the number 1 team that's like, oh my gosh, they have so many draft picks. But Spurs definitely got them as well.
Again, tough question because both futures are set up pretty well.
Yeah. Next one. This is going to be another one in the mindset of just being a basketball player. Doesn't matter what league, what level, just as you being a basketball player. And would you rather have LeBron's athleticism or Steph's shooting in their primes? This is taking them in their prime.
I already have Steph shooting. Give me LeBron's athleticism.
I knew that was coming.
True.
Yeah, I'd probably have to go LeBron's athleticism as well. Just because what you can't teach athleticism. You can kind of teach shooting.
you get like, am I gonna be able to dunk?
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
can
then
be
yeah.
like a solid shooter now, and I can always learn to get better. Athleticism, you can't really teach athleticism. You can't teach that.
No,
That's
do I
true.
get like
I'm gonna go with that too.
do I get a 6-pack and everything too?
Does the athleticism count with how many serious injuries he's had over his career? Because that would be 0. I'm just healthy all the time.
I'll probably go
Yeah.
with LeBron on that one too. Because that's the thing, we're all solid shooters at the least. So we could make it work.
I am elite.
No, Goglin is actually an elite shooter. Don't worry, fans on YouTube and Spotify, you're gonna have to watch out for this summer. We're setting up a 3-point contest between us.
We are. We did put a little teaser up of our hoop session that we did in the winter.
I was off that day. I was more worried about my family.
I owned Jackson that day. Let's just say.
Bro, Nick had that off the glass 3. Oh, that was crazy.
All right, that's enough.
Man.
That's enough.
That's enough glazing Nick for now. He's not even here.
Yeah, Nick's terrible. Nick is the worst.
Okay. These final 2 would you rathers, these are both in fan perspectives.
Okay.
No, lovely.
Would you rather have witnessed, or I guess I should phrase it like this, would you rather for their careers have the injuries taken away from Derrick Rose or Tracy McGrady?
It's Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. Stop.
It's not even a question.
If you told me Derrick Rose or Grant Hill, that would even be more of a conversation. But
no,
Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. There's nobody
okay,
over Derrick Rose.
Grant Hill.
Don't first off me.
First off. Okay, fine. Second off, Grant Hill was like a LeBron type almost before he got injured.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose was a one-of-one type. There's no other.
I would still choose Derrick Rose. I'm just saying it's at least a more of a conversation. But no, Derrick Rose for sure.
Okay.
Derrick Rose for sure. Because Derrick Rose is still like a good player. Derrick Rose has continued to have a career in the NBA after his devastating injuries. Imagine if he didn't get injured.
All right. Here's the deal.
What?
What?
I don't know.
Goglin!
You can't say here's the deal. Don't tell me to not first off you and you say here's the deal and then just nothing.
We can't have
dead space on here, dude.
Don't first off me. I'm telling you right now.
Okay, this is all right. Final would you rather? Another fan perspective.
I have one as well.
This is another. Oh man, this is another scenario-based one. Would you rather have Kevin Durant stayed with the Thunder instead of going to the Warriors, or the Chris Paul Lakers trade not get vetoed by David Stern?
Oh.
Because I've gone back and looked at the trade the trade that would have happened, and this would have completely changed how we look at the league today.
No.
That literally would have changed the entire NBA.
I don't care. I want Durant to stay.
I would say Chris Paul just because Harden still left and they still moved on from Harden.
See, that's not the thing.
That's the only reason. Because if you kept that big 3 together, then I might go Thunder just because having those 3 MVP type guys, even though if they stayed, not all 3 of them probably would have won MVP.
Wait, what do you mean? You're saying if all the Westbrook, Harden, and Durant were on the Thunder? Oh, yeah. That wasn't the question. I was saying in Durant in 2016.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Harden left earlier, you goofball.
Yeah, he left earlier.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if Harden was still there, I would have probably picked Durant to stay, but he wasn't. So I don't care. The golden times of OKC, I know we liked just Durant and Westbrook, and they were great, but like those 3 together made the finals. That's the OKC team I want to stick together. I would rather see the Chris Paul because that literally would have changed the entire NBA.
Yes, Jackson?
I want KD to stay on the Thunder. I'm thinking about this on a different level. I'm thinking, which point guard would I rather see win multiple championships? Russell Westbrook or Chris Paul?
Russ would not have won a championship with KD.
Are you high as a kite?
Let's
No.
be careful. Let's be careful.
Yeah.
They
They couldn't even get past Golden State. They
the
blew a
team with the
3-1
best
lead
record
to
of all
Golden
time, and the team with the best record of all time in the regular season.
They
Oh, no.
couldn't beat them. I don't care.
no.
They blew a
Hey,
3-1
the
lead.
Cavs
Oh,
did.
no.
So if they got past that team, the Cavs would have beat them. It wouldn't have
Uh-huh.
mattered.
No,
What if-
no. I
okay.
think Durant and Westbrook match up better to LeBron and Kyrie any day.
We could say, what if Draymond got suspended in the Thunder series, not the Cavs series, and then the Thunder win anyways? Like we could
What
have.
if Game 6 Clay didn't exist like he does now? Because
That's why I'm
Game 6
saying
Clay is gone.
That's why this is a
Durant
would you rather.
thing-
We're talking about what ifs. If you're
The
asking me a
Durant-
what if question, I'm going to come back with what ifs.
The Durant thing, if he stayed with the Thunder, or I guess the Durant going to the Warriors, I could have also said if Durant not go to the Warriors, because that made the NBA lose its parity for 3 to 4 years. It potentially cost Cleveland championships, OKC championships, Spurs championships, Houston championships. Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
looking at
I'm
this
aware.
Chris Paul thing, well, I'm sure Joey knows the trade. Do you guys know what the trade was?
Not a clue.
Okay. Well, it involves your Houston Rockets, Coughlin. It's kind of
Oh
important.
yeah, Dwight Howard was in it, wasn't it?
No. So it was Chris
Dwight's
Paul
old.
to the Lakers. New Orleans got Lamar Odom, Kevin Martin,
Oh, we got Powell.
Luis Scola, and Goran Dragic, and the Rockets got Powell.
Beautiful. I would have loved that.
And so the Lakers' starting five would have been Chris Paul, Kobe, Matt Barnes, probably Meta World Peace. They didn't have another 4, and Bynum, who they probably would have eventually traded for Dwight Howard.
Yep.
The Rockets would have been they would have been in rebuild mode besides Pau Gasol, but you wonder if they would have then traded for Harden because they gave up Kevin Martin in that deal. Would they have been able to trade for Harden? Changes the whole outlook of the Houston Rockets. And for the New Orleans Hornets, solid starting five at the time, which would have been Jarrett Jack, Kevin Martin, Trevor Ariza, Luis Scola, and Chris Kaman, with Lamar Odom off the bench, which is nothing crazy, but would the Hornets have been bad enough that season to get them the number 1 pick that would have been Anthony Davis?
No.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. That's too much, like, that changes the league too much. What happened in the league with, like, the Kevin Durant era with the Thunder before and everything after, that was a great time. Think about that. You take away the 2016, basically everything that happened in the 2016 NBA season. If you make that Chris Paul deal, the Cavs winning, the Warriors becoming 73-9, that's history. That's something.
Yeah.
Why would we want to take that away?
Very, very true.
Because I wanted to see Chris Paul and Kobe play.